New names are emerging from the Jeffrey Epstein files, sparking fresh criticism over redacted documents. Leslie Wexner, the former chief executive of Victoria's Secret, and entrepreneur Ahmed bin Sulayem are among those recently identified. For days, there has been widespread criticism regarding the redaction of names in the latest series of documents released by the United States Department of Justice concerning the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Congressman Jamie Raskin, a Democrat, stated that many names of individuals who allegedly supported Epstein were simply redacted without apparent reason. Republican Congressman Thomas Massie criticized the fact that the identities of 6 men who would likely be implicated by their mention in these files were redacted. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna also expressed his frustration, stating there was no explanation as to why these individuals were redacted. Acting on his concerns, Congressman Khanna revealed 6 names during a speech before the United States Congress. These include Leslie Wexner, former chief executive of the lingerie chain Victoria's Secret, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, head of the logistics group DP World, as well as Nicola Caputo, Salvatore Nuara, Zurab Mikeladze, and Leonic Leonov. Khanna emphasized that the mere mention of a name does not necessarily imply criminal acts. However, some of these are indeed prominent figures. Leslie Wexner, aged 88, was considered one of Epstein's first business clients. The founder of the retail empire L Brands, Wexner notably built the Victoria's Secret lingerie chain. He divested from it in 2021 following allegations of abuse of power and sexual harassment by his deputy Ed Razek. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, or FBI, classifies Wexner in the Epstein files as an accomplice. In the United States, the broadcaster NBC4 recently reported on bizarre payments made by Epstein to the head of the Wexner Medical Center, a women's clinic at Ohio University. It is known that Epstein allegedly pressured women in his abuse ring to undergo abortions. Billionaire Wexner is a colorful personality, rumored to have connections to the Genovese crime family. One of his lawyers was shot and killed in 1985. Regarding Epstein, Wexner once told Vanity Fair that Epstein possessed excellent judgment. Wexner claims to have ended his relationship with Epstein after the abuse allegations became public in 2007. United States media described the relationship between the two as one of the most perplexing questions in the entire case. Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, a businessman from Dubai, is the head of DP World, one of the world's largest port operators. In Europe, the company is involved in port facilities in Antwerp and Rotterdam, and in Germany, for instance, at the port in the Baden-Württemberg city of Mannheim. Following the latest allegations, the Canadian investment fund La Caisse cancelled further investments in DP World. Ahmed bin Sulayem himself, in a note to Epstein, raved about a woman from the United States and the best sex he ever had. According to United States investigators, the businessman was also the recipient of an email from Epstein with the message, "I like the torture video." Little is known about the other men mentioned, Nicola Caputo, Salvatore Nuara, Zurab Mikeladze, and Leonic Leonov. Nicola Caputo might be a former Italian member of the European Parliament. In connection with the recent wave of Epstein file releases, a high-ranking French diplomat, Fabrice Aidan, also faced criticism. During his time at the United Nations, he was assigned to the Norwegian Terje Rud-Larsen. Epstein reportedly wanted to know Rud-Larsen's shoe size, among other things, to send him a pair of shoes. The Norwegian and his wife, the now resigned top diplomat Mona Juul, had received financial assistance from Epstein for the purchase of a luxury property in Oslo. Epstein had also remembered the couple's children in his will. Norway's former Prime Minister, Thorbjørn Jagland, also appears in the Epstein files. The Council of Europe has since lifted the immunity of the member of the human rights body. Amidst all the powerful figures, there are also the victims. Congressman Jamie Raskin noted, "You read these files and come across 15-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls. Today, I even read about a 9-year-old girl. That is simply absurd and scandalous." One of the few victims who spoke out was Virginia Giuffre. Tragically, the Epstein victim took her own life last year. Her family, in an open letter, implored Epstein's accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, "You were not an innocent bystander. You were not misled. You were a central, knowing actor in a system designed to seek out children, isolate them, manipulate them, and deliver them to abuse. You weaponized trust. You exploited vulnerability and used it to gain access." The call for full transparency and accountability continues. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. This video was generated using artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates. See you next time.